Legislator Smith, can you hear us all right?
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. The June 22nd, 2026 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Barnhart. Ms. Barnhart is present. Ms. Bartholomew McCoy.
Present.
Ms. Bartholomew McCoy is present. Mr. Baines. Mr. Baines is present. Mr. Colby. Mr. Colby is present. Mr. Dondorfer. Mr. Dondorfer is present. Mr. Keller. Mr. Keller is present. Mr. McCabe. Mr. McCabe is present. Ms. Smith.
Here.
Ms. Smith is present. Ms. Vasquez Simmons. Ms. Vasquez Simmons is present. Mr. Udelson. Ms. Udelson is present. Mr. Chairman Mafucci.
Here.
Chairman Mafucci is present.
Will Legislator Bartholomew McCoy please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Are there any speakers signed up for the public forum?
No, there's not.
Is there anyone here who would like to address the committee at this time? At this time, we will have a presentation by Mr. Randy Shepard, Independent Auditor from Bonadeo and Company. Mr. Shepard. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Through the chair, Randy Shepard from Bonadeo and Company. I'm going to be going over really just a high-level summary of the audit process here for the audit for the county that's completed. One of the things that we issue that I'll talk through, and I think you received this electronically, is a required communications letter that goes to the county legislature, which talks about really some of the key factors that we address with you. First of which is the accounting policies that the county follows. There were no new accounting policies this year in the audit of the county, and all the transactions that were entered into and that were recorded were all in accordance with authoritative guidance. There was nothing that was, on the fence or iffy whatsoever. Everything was right in line. From an estimate perspective, because every set of financial statements has some element of estimation within that, there are 4 significant estimates that we identify with the county's financial statements. The first of which is the other post-employment benefits obligation. That's is an actuarially based estimate. We look at those assumptions and make sure that they're reasonable. The other one relates to allowance for uncollectible accounts related to bankruptcies, tax surcharges, et cetera. The net pension liability or asset, which is related to the county's share of the state retirement system, that is picked up on the county's books, that is also actuarially driven, as well as an estimate of the compensated absences liability. So what you may pay out in the future for employees that have accrued time at their current rates. And as I said, we look at all the methods and assumptions that the county uses to come up with those assumptions to make sure they're reasonable. From an estimate perspective, from a sensitivity, there are certain disclosures that are sensitive and really only because they could change dramatically because of actuarial changes, and those are the pension obligation as well as the OPEB obligation. Those are the 2 most significant. Difficulties encountered in performing the audit. This is important because we are hired, obviously, by the legislature to perform our tasks, but we do work with management throughout that process. And so, we want to make sure that you're aware that that process went very well. The finance department is well prepared. They're very accessible and up to date with the things that needed to get done, even in light of the conversion process going on with the software. And so that went very well. So thank you to Jennifer and her entire team from that perspective. Corrected and uncorrected misstatements. There were no audit adjustments that we identified as part of the audit, which is also very important for you to note and very, very good. From a process perspective, we had no disagreements with management as part of our audit process. Everything went very well. We're also not aware of any what they call opinion shopping, which is something we're required to disclose. If we're aware that management, let's say, was talking to another firm about a matter that we raised, we would want to make sure that they had all the appropriate information, but no such thing occurred. And throughout the year, which is actually part of the relationship that we have, they do ask us questions throughout the year to make sure that they're on the right track, but none of those discussions or questions are a condition of our retention, right? And that's important to make sure we maintain our independence. So we did issue, and you already received copies of that, the unmodified opinion on the audit of the county. That's the highest level of assurance that we can give as an audit firm. And so that's important for you. From a single audit perspective, we do perform an audit of the federal award programs for the county. We're in the middle of planning, and we'll be starting that testing very shortly. And there'll be 6 programs that we're testing this year, just for information. One of them is the Airport Improvement Program, Highway Planning and Construction, the TANF Program, Social Services Block Grant, Medical Assistance, and the Hazard Mitigation. So those 6 programs are ones that we'll be looking at and testing for compliance. So if there's any questions, I'd be happy to address them, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Shepherd. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Okay, great, thank you.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the minutes from the May 19th, 2026 meeting before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day.
Mr. Chairman,
Oh, yes.
a couple things in the minutes.
Oh, you go right ahead.
Sure. Ranking Member Smith and Vice Chair Udelson's titles are not listed under members present and members absent. The motion to move the entire agenda, or move all the agenda items, does not have the vote count listed with that. And there's a typo under the adjournment where your name's listed twice, sir.
Thank you. So,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Parliamentarian, how do we proceed?
No, they won't be approved.
Pardon me?
And they won't be approved, they'll be added to the
Next
next
meeting?
committees.
Okay.
Yep, to be approved.
Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. The next item on the agenda is new business. Are you ready?
Yes.
Madam Clerk.
Referral 26-0182, enacting a local law entitled amending Chapter 357 of the Monroe County Code to provide a tax exemption for surviving spouses of police officers killed in the line of duty.
Move it.
Second?
Moved by Legislator Udelson, seconded by Legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion? Seconded by Legislator Dondorfer. Any questions? Legislator Baines, a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those, yes, Legislator Baines.
I think because this committee maybe gets more views online, I'd like to quickly repeat what I said at the earlier meeting. I want to thank Legislator Long and Legislator Dondorfer for their leadership on this referral, and thank them for including me. The language of the law is very specific as to what officers can receive, surviving spouses of officers who are fallen in the line of duty who are eligible. So we are looking at expanding there'll be a second referral, we're hoping, if the state legislature, and we're working with Assemblymember Jen Lunsford, I met with her today, because this doesn't include, for instance, peace officers, it doesn't include probation officers, it doesn't include because we are not authorized to do that. So this is very good news. It's a wonderful piece of legislation. But just to get it out in the public domain before we have our any coverage of it by the media, if there is any, we want folks to know that we're working on a more expansive piece of legislation, which would make it possible for possibly firefighters, et cetera, to make their families also eligible. So I just wanted to put that out there. And as I explained my vote tonight, I'm obviously voting with great enthusiasm. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Legislator Baines. Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Item carries. Next item.
Referral 26-0186, acceptance of a municipal waste reduction and recycling grant and aid from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation for a municipal waste reduction and/or recycling project for recycling salaries in public education.
Move it.
Second?
Moved by Legislator Udelson, seconded by Legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Legislator Baines.
Through you to the administration, the waste reduction part of the program, can you speak to, either tonight or possibly in some future time, what metrics are available or what data we have available for the efficacy of the program in terms of waste reduction, whether it's tonnage or type of waste or specific programs municipalities are implementing to try to reduce waste?
Through the chair, yes, we can provide the reports that we provide to the New York State DEC for waste diversion. That's both at a at a residential, industrial level, commercial level as well. We report that annually. And I can say with this program, our program wouldn't be as successful without the outreach that our two educators provide in the community. And the state grant offsets their cost by up to 50%, as well as our expenses that we have to get out into the community. And there's a huge demand for the information that we have because folks want to recycle right. And without the program that we have, we would not be able to achieve the success that we've achieved over the years, both at the curb, but also at the Eco Park. And the Eco Park is really one of a kind in the country to divert hard to dispose of and yet recyclable and recoverable materials. So our educators have been very, very active in the community. I can't point to the number of tons that their efforts result in terms of diversion, but I can point to the information that we've shared. We've been out to 90 events by two educators, reaching out to over 5,000 residents. We've attended all major festivals. We have a very active community that subscribes to our newsletter, and we have 25,000 folks signed up for that with a 66% open rate. And in 2025, we handed out over 50,000 educational resources in terms of fridge magnets, information cards, and whatnot. And the educators also responded to over 2,100 calls and emails from residents asking questions about how they can recycle right. So it's a very, very popular topic and really is the key to success, I think, in our residential recycling program. But I'd be happy to share more information relative to metrics in terms of diversion from waste from the landfill.
Thank you. That's wonderful data, and I appreciate it. And any more information, we can continue to celebrate this program, the more
Thank
we
you.
know. Thank you. I yield.
And through the chair, I may offer, too, that we do have offsetting revenue from our recycling program that would really essentially offset the cost of the county's share in this expense, too.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I move that we consider the rest of the agenda as a whole with the exception of items number 26, 195, and 26, 198.
Moved by legislator Udelson, seconded by legislator Dondorfer. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 26-0195, amend Resolution 430 of 2025 to amend the contract with Savant Advisors to provide a qualified consultant for monitoring medical services at the Monroe County Jail.
Second?
Moved by legislator Udelson, seconded by legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Legislator Baines.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, do we have any, can we cite an example of when the monitoring identified an issue that we were able to remediate? Could it be in the last year or in recent memory?
Through the chair, can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. Through the chair, this program, as I understand it, is designed to identify areas where medical services could be improved. And can we cite an example where this effort has led to an amelioration of an issue or an improvement of medical services at the jail?
Through the chair, One example I can think of would be the impact when we started Cap Court, and then we had the auditor take a look at the number of nurses that were assigned to central booking, and we made some adjustments through there.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 26-0198, authorize a contract with All New York Process Servers, Inc. for tax foreclosure outreach services.
Moved by legislator Udelson, seconded by legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion? Legislator Barnhart.
Thank you. Through the chair to the administration, how often does it happen? I mean, we've had people come here to complain about this issue. How often does it happen where someone says, oh my goodness, my house is being foreclosed upon, I didn't know?
Through the chair, I am not aware of a specific example of that. I can check with our Treasury office and get back to you on that question.
Thanks. Through the chair to the administration, then my next question that follows is, what is the problem that this legislation is attempting to solve?
Through the chair, there has been a lot of discussion in this chamber regarding the foreclosure process and the desire to make it more transparent and make sure that the people that are getting foreclosure notices are really aware and, that we're not foreclosing on grandma or somebody elderly or without them receiving and understanding and knowing what's happening to their home. So I think this is just an effort on our part to get more information, make sure more information is out there for people, and to make actual contact with people. Right now, we send letters, but this will make it so that people are actually contacted.
Through the chair to the administration, most of the discussion that's taken place in this chamber has been concern about people losing their homes to small amounts of unpaid taxes. So what happens, okay, you get in touch with someone, are any resources going to be offered to people who are contacted through this service?
Through the chair, there's a whole list of resources on the county website and the Treasury Department that speaks to resources that people can contact if they are having trouble or need assistance. And I would hope that, part of the communication to them will be those resources and who to contact.
Through the chair to the administration, I went through my email and I honestly might be imagining this, seeing this before, and I apologize if I'm imagining this, but have you ever compiled a list of people who are believed to be in owner-occupied homes, like the number of people in owner-occupied homes that we are foreclosing upon, either on an annual basis or whatever time period you've looked at? Do we have statistics on what kinds of properties that we're taking through this process?
Through the chair, we've had a lot of discussions about this internally. We don't keep a list of owner-occupied properties. We take educated guesses on what properties are owner-occupied. If the mailing address for the bill is the same as the address for the taxes, we assume it's owner-occupied. So we don't with those assumptions, we do know, today, well, as of June 9th, we have 596 single owner-occupied residences that are delinquent with their taxes.
Through the chair to the administration, and you know that because you've matched the address that where the taxes go to the name on the property.
Through the chair, that's correct.
Got it. So you have 596. And of those 596, do you have an average amount or a range? Yeah, I guess I'm saying average amount. Like, what are we talking about most of those homeowners owe in back taxes?
Through the chair, that I don't have that information with me. I can get you that information.
Yeah, I think this committee would really appreciate that. I'd just like to explain my vote. I am very supportive of this effort. I'm a little concerned that the investment that we're making in this, it's really not even equal to a full-time position. And I guess what bothers me is I'd like to see a little more investment in that next step for those 596 people who could be reached by this processing company. What is that next step beyond just handing them paperwork? And also just kind of understanding a little bit more about them, because some of them might actually not be in a position to keep their homes. They might have already entered a nursing home, for example. So I'd be interested in getting more data and a little more investment into that next step. But, I absolutely support this effort and appreciate the administration moving in this direction. So I will be voting yes.
Legislator Udelson.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to comment that this is a result, or I think a continued effort to have cooperation between the legislature and the administration. That's been very helpful. As has been noted, we've had several speakers over the years talking about foreclosure and the notification process and that. We've had several discussions expressing our caucus's concern. I know our colleagues across the aisle also don't want to see people get foreclosed on if possible. We had, after a conversation I had with the county executive, we had a meeting with a couple of legislators, myself and the administration, earlier this spring, just to talk about different things that could be done. And the idea was floated about the people who have very small balances that are due and whether those could be forgiven. And we learned that by law, we're not authorized to do that. So we talked about the other things that are available, one being that people have the ability to designate a proxy to get notifications for them, and that possibly in addition to the administration's efforts, us as individual legislators might be able to help with that outreach. Some are doing that already. So I just wanted to say I'm glad to see that an issue that was raised by the legislature as a concern is getting attention and some resources from the administration. So I'll be voting in favor as well.
Legislator Vasquez Simmons.
Thank you. Through you to the administration. Can you tell us a little bit about the touch points, the visits, the site visits to some of these properties? One of my biggest concern is the large number of homes that are on this tax foreclosure list that are under $3,000. So with this new program, and I'm thrilled to see that there is a step in the right, this is a step in the right direction. How many touch points are we making here as far as physical visits?
Through the chair, there would be one physical visit.
Okay, through you to the administration, is the touch point when you're actually putting on the foreclosure notice?
Through the chair, I'm sorry, can you clarify your question? I'm not sure I understand.
Through you to the administration, you mentioned that there's just one visit, physical visit that's at these properties. What does that one visit entail? Is it a conversation? Is it you're handing paper? What does that entail?
Through the chair, the visit would be the contracted provider going and trying to make contact with the homeowner, so ringing the doorbell. Obviously, they don't work for the county, they're not, they can give them information. What they're going to be doing is handing them the information.
Okay, thank you. I do want to explain my vote. This is something that I've been concerned with the large number of foreclosures in my district. I've done outreach myself. I found some sources of funding for this, so I'm thrilled to see this. Again, this is a step in the right direction. And I thank the administration for allowing the conversation. I've met with the county executive as well and provided some ideas as far as outreach efforts that I've done that I'd like to see the county take on as well. So thank you. I yield.
Any other discussion? I have just one quick question. Can you remind me, when someone's delinquent on their taxes, how long are they delinquent before they're actually told it could be foreclosed?
Through the chair, so by the time the actual auction occurs, they would have been delinquent for in excess of a year. So we are currently, this in-rem tax foreclosure goes back to 2024.
So actually
It's almost 2 years, yep.
Yeah, so having somebody do this outreach is a very good idea, because the timeline is relatively quick. Yes, Legislator Udelson.
I'm sorry, I just, after that last answer from the administration, through you, I would just want to clarify that when we vote on the roll that comes to us in the spring for foreclosure, at that point, though, they're more than a year delinquent on their payments. Is that correct?
Through the chair, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, my understanding is it's usually more like 2.5 years. And then the other thing I'll just add as a point of information is that even after we vote on that list, there's still a 6-month period before the auction, and people can make a payment arrangement or take other steps to get themselves off of that list. Thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Udelson. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. There being no other matters, are there any other matters to come before the committee? Yes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The administration last month said they would be looking into whether there were any legal issues regarding last month's Monday committee meetings that did not have audio. Were they able to find anything?
Through the chair, yes, we did look into that, and we determined that there was not any issue. It was, in essence, a one-time event, and so long as it doesn't become a continued problem, then there was no issue.
Okay, I just have one additional item. For those people interested in the current state of the county's finances, you can go to the county website, the budget page, and the annual comprehensive financial report is there, and you can compare that report to previous years. You can go back quite far to see that, quite honestly, through a bipartisan approach to the legislature and the hard work of the administration, the county is in a pretty good financial shape. Obviously, we won't know what happens with state aid and federal aid probably till after the midterm election. So I urge everyone, pay attention, because nothing happens without money. And we want to make sure we can continue to improve our services in a cost-effective way. So,
Chairman?
Yes.
Can we also just get on the record, my question from earlier today about the Carestream building? I noted in the county clerk's website that you've completed the sale. Congratulations. The sale price was not listed. And so I was just wondering, is it really done? What did we pay? And I'm assuming we can talk about it if it's done.
and I was told it was.
Okay.
That it's $4 million, but when, those of us that have purchased property know that when you pay for something, there's a variety of fees
Right.
that sometimes adjust what the actual cost is, so.
Yeah, that wasn't recorded, so I'm hoping we can just get the final information and just confirmation that it's okay to talk about
And
this.
I
the
asked for it,
purchase.
so I sure hope
I
I get the
appreciate
answer.
it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? There being no other matters, the June 22nd, 2026 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will be held Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, at 6 PM.